Hey there guys, this is Pharaoh2091 and welcome back to Let's Play Professor Layton vs. Phoenix Wright, Ace Attorney. Last time we left off, we are now back in control of Layton and Luke, and we ascended through the lift, had to solve like 3 puzzles until we actually finally got to like the house of the storyteller. We saw the child's room, which we can assume is the Spellows, and now we're inside the storyteller's room, and we're gonna look around here, see what we got. I don't know what else I need to investigate here. Well, there's stuff on the wall here, on the ground. Papers are strewn about the floor. Strange. It doesn't appear as if they've been written on. Dear God, I can't speak. Nothing new there. I know it sounds a little silly, but let's try not to trample all over these papers, okay, Professor? Oh, look at Luke being very proper. Look, Professor, a photograph. Wait, I don't think they even have photographs in this town. Yeah, yeah, wait a minute! I just thought about that! Indeed, it's not the kind of thing one would have expected to find here. Too right! I certainly haven't seen any cameras about since we got here. There's no doubt that this is a photo, though. What could that mean? This may be in some way related to the tower being so closely protected. What do you see in this photograph, Luke? They're 2 children, both young girls. Oh my God. They both have pendants. What could this mean? What the hell? Okay, hold on. The photo looks quite old, doesn't it? I wonder who they are. Luke! Luke, I'm gonna smack you right now. It's not that hard to figure out. One of them is surely a speller. There can be little doubt about that. Hey, you're right! And look at that pendant! It's the same one a speller always wears. The fact that she's continued to wear it even since she shows just how important that pendant must be to her. What about this other girl? Do you think she's a friend of the spellers? Indeed, I wager 2 of them were rather close friends at that. They do look pretty chummy, alright. See, they even have the same pendant. A glimpse into a speller's past. This may well prove to be an important clue. I would like to ask her about it face to face. Let's borrow it for the time being. Are we not gonna... Seriously? Come on now, they've met her before, haven't they? No, yeah, they did. Oh, never mind. I wonder if there are any other clues around knocking around. You know, that thing on top scared me a little bit. I was like, what the hell's that moving? Well, I say that something that you thought you saw moving earlier is a point worth pursuing. But isn't this the last room in the tower? I must have just been imagining things. Not necessarily, Luke. If I'm not mistaken, there should be a way of getting beyond even this room. Let's look around more closely. Right you are, Professor. Picture of the 2 girls. I mean, I'm not looking at it right now. I mean, seriously? Seriously? It raises questions, but, you know, hey, we'll just keep to ourselves for the time being. Oh! Oh, Poozles! Oh, this is... What is it, Luke? This letter on top of the piano. This was evidence during the trial. That trial, my boy? Yes, the trial about Sir Belduke's death. The trial when you were... Ah, you mean when I was turned to gold and broke my arm? In which case, this letter is the one that... the storyteller's owl, Hoot, gave us after we last paid him a visit. Well, yes, it is, but that letter was completely blank, wasn't it? Indeed it was. That was meant to be Sir Belduke's suicide note, which he addressed to the storyteller. His suicide note, you say? But Sir Belduke's butler swapped the letter for some plain sheets of parchment before it got delivered. And those blank sheets were given to us by Mr. Hoot, who knew that something was strange about them. I see. I certainly missed out on some intriguing developments there in my absence. The real suicide note was revealed at the trial. But how has it ended up here? Well, I imagine it's quite simple, Luke. It's likely that after the trial finished, the letter was returned to its rightful owner. It was addressed to the storyteller, after all. Right. I guess that does make sense. I suppose the storyteller finally had a chance to actually read it, then. Yes. In fact, it would be reasonable to assume that he most likely did so very recently, perhaps even today, while sitting at the piano. What on earth was going through his mind here before that final parade? There's something we're not seeing here. We need to investigate this closely, Luke. What could it be? Surely this is not a trap of some kind. It's unlikely that a trap would be so obvious. In just a moment. There's some kind of puzzle in this piano. Hold on, there's a puzzle here. Whoop. Puzzle 68. Musical score. 50 pick rights. I hope I'm not going to be bad at this, because I've taken music theory in school before, like a long time ago, but it's been forever, so I'm not really good when it comes to music. Below the stained glass window is written, "When the stars have aligned, the goddess shall pluck her harp, bringing forth her serene song. Rearrange the musical notes to create a loving melody. So touch a musical note and slide a stylus to move it across the touch screen. Place the musical note over the desired spot and release to have the note switched." What? Hold on. Oh! Dang! Man! Hold on. Wait, can I get a memo? Come on. I think it has to do, like, be something like that. Maybe I don't know if I'm doing this right, but, like, this is it's kind of tedious, because I have to wait until, like, it lines up again. Am I doing this right? Oh, maybe get the memo out again. Oh shoot, no, that was supposed to be like up here. Is that it? Hold on a minute. Okay, I think this is the pattern. I think. Let's try it out.
Let's see if I've proven myself.
Oh, shoot.
An ingenious puzzle, but a tricky one.
The stars and the music notes seem to be related, but how? Aww. I think I just I missed... What the hell was I gonna say? Aww. Okay, it's okay. Can't get it right all the time. Oh! Oh, shoot. I think that was it. Oh, dang it. Let me check now.
Let's see if I've proven myself.
There we go. Whoops.
You should expect no less from a gentleman.
Just, that was my mistake. Alright, well, okay, it's okay. Superb. A loud bang rings through the air as a celestial globe adoring the ceiling begins to move. Okay.
Look, Professor! A stairway just appeared! Could there be another room above this one?
I have a feeling that the rooftop we saw from the garden continues above here.
Oh, I can see what you mean, Professor. It's really dark in here, but moonlight seems to be coming in from up above.
Well, there's no turning back now. The answer to the biggest mystery of all is surely waiting for us ahead.
I think so too, Professor. I wonder what on earth it could be.
The next step in the storyteller's story, if I'm not mistaken.
The next step? But the story has already finished, hasn't it?
Not yet, Luke. It's still a little too soon for the ending.
Well, we got a Susan out as well. That must be the last key item. We'll take a look at that when we can.
I had a feeling that you, of all people, would make it this far.
It's you!
I thought so. You are still alive.
Professor Layton, I've had enough of your running around, flagrantly contravening the flow of my story. As such, I can no longer ignore your meddling.
Professor!
Thank you, my boy.
Oh, this is a puzzle? The Battle of Wits. 70 Pickerats! Did I forget to mention that Professor Layton is actually quite a badass? I never made a remark how he was able to fend off all those, the shades with just a freaking stick. And this? Holy crap, I don't want to mess with Layton. I'm still Team Wright. If I had to choose something, I love both characters, but, you know, Ace Attorney has a special place in my heart. Layton, though... Layton... He's insane. Puzzle 69, Battle of Wits, 70 Pickerats. All that the storyteller writes is destined to come true. Your opponent's attacks are no exception. Memorize the storyteller's tale and deflect your opponent's predetermined moves. Ooh, boy, okay. Okay. Enemy knights will appear in accordance with the storyteller's tale. Memorize the order of their attacks and deflect them using the knight's own moves against them. Okay. So touch the attack icons up the screen below in order to think they appeared. Once you have select the order, touch them to see the correct. I'm afraid your role in the story ends here, Professor. Now, allow me to write the tale of your demise. The knight drew his blade. As the battle came to a close, he raised his blade overhead and delivered a finishing blow. No. I think it's... Wasn't it that? Oh, can I restart? Crap, wasn't paying attention. I think this is 3 and 4. I think so, anyway. So I think it's like this. I thought so, anyway. I think. Let's go ahead and try this out. Okay. God, look at Layton go. Well played, Professor. But how will you fare in this tragic tale? A new knight stepped in to his fallen comrade. He slashed quickly, delivering 3 blows before finishing the battle with a 3-hit combination attack. Whew, okay, that sounds like what, 6 moves? So, I know he spun, and then he hit that, and I did 2 swipes, I believe so anyway. And then did he... I'm trying to think, when did he do... when did he do a twirling attack? Was that the end or the second to last? Actually, I think he did at the end, so it'll be that one and then this one. I think... Okay. I mean, this is just memorization, but I'm kind of bad at it. You think you worked it out, do you? Let's see if you can predict the ending of this final chapter. Final Knight drew his sword. As he attacked, he began to vanish into thin air, his movements veiled in the embrace of the shadows. Oh, shoot. Okay. Up, down, twirl, poke, side, side, down. And the last one I can't even see. So it was down. Down, what did I say? Down, twirl, poke, or... Yeah, down, twirl, poke. Dang it. Which one wasn't... The second... The one in the middle, top right, or top middle, wasn't even used yet. So I think it was this, and that. I think... Okay. I think that's it.
Allow me to show you my puzzle-solving skills.
Whew.
Ah, the joy of solving puzzles.
Okay, that one would have been easier if I had something to write it down with, because, like, I think they just give you one shot. Unless they tell you... They can't... There's no way they can tell you over and over again what he did. If I was prepared, I would have like a piece of paper right in front of me, like just went like up, down, twirl, or something like that. Made symbols, but that one I just got lucky. Marvelous. In this case, it would seem that the pen is stronger than the sword.
Professor, behind you! Professor! Professor!
Well, now, that was close.
Yeah!
Storyteller, I'm afraid that the power of your pen is no longer absolute.
You never fail to impress me, Professor Layton. Just tell me one thing. What exactly are you trying to achieve?
You could say, I'm trying to lift the veil that hangs over the town.
If that is indeed the case, the answer lies in the final story. This very evening, the great witch Bazella will be tried, and all stories will end. You should take your place in the gallery and observe the final trial.
Permit me, if I may, to ask you a question, Mr. Storyteller. Why is it that you are here?
What?
You too should be watching in the gallery, watching as your twisted story unfolds.
My twisted story? What do you mean by that?
You must surely be aware that your story has already become twisted. Take our arrival in this town, for instance. Not to mention our being here at this very moment. Neither of these things could have happened in the story you wrote. In other words, what I'm saying is that you are no longer the weaver of the tale.
One thing before I continue here. Layton, how the hell did you jump like that when you're hanging? Dude, you must be built. More badass points for Professor Layton. Good job, man. Okay. It's as you say. The story I crafted has indeed been twisted out of proportion by someone else's actions. I'm not surprised that you realized. It seems nothing passes by those sharp eyes unnoticed. It is exactly why I decided to write the grand finale, to prevent any further distortion. Do you mean to suggest that by ending the story, you could return this town to its original state? To its original state, you say? I'm afraid that is not the case. The entire truth behind Labyrinthia is sealed by a single spell. That's right. The final spell. The final spell, you say? When that spell is invoked, Labyrinthia's true form will become clear to all. What kind of spell is that? It is a spell that has always been hidden within plain view. What's that supposed to mean? Essentially, the final spell is concealed at the start. The final spell is concealed at the start? What on earth are you talking about? Bah! I thought you two took it upon yourself to unravel mysteries, do you not? Do what you will with it. Very well. Now then, I believe there's just one thing that you may wish to hear from me. And what would that be? Firstly, what would you say if I told you that this twisting of your story is leading towards a grand finale quite different to the one you had planned? What do you mean? This evening, you supposedly gave up your life to the Great Witch Bezella, did you not? As a result, the person thought to be Bezella is being tried in court at this very moment. Now, if you'll permit me to ask, do you happen to know the name of the accused? Naturally, I wrote the name myself. There can be no other question. Of course, the name of the accused is Spella Cantabella. What are you saying? You mean my Spella is... Yes, the accused at this evening's trial is none other than Spella Cantabella. That can't be! That's preposterous! This is your doing! What have you done, Layton? You asked me what I've done, Mr. Storyteller. I am but a solver of puzzles and mysteries. I do not concern myself with scheming. Maya Spella! Why, how is she the accused? Perhaps you ought to go and see for yourself, Mr. Storyteller. Do you think it's a good idea to just stand here lamenting your daughter's fate? What's to be done? Well, Mr. Storyteller, I will be returning to the court. I like to witness this grand finale with my own eyes. Ah yes, before I leave, there is just one thing I'd like to make clear. I do not intend to simply take my place in the gallery and observe the trial. Actually, there's only one place for me to stand in order to unravel all these mysteries. You mean to say that you will stand as a defender? Unfortunately, the defender's position is already taken. Moreover, Mr. Storyteller, I am the one who knows the truth. The true identity of the Great Witch Bezella, that is. How can you know? There's only one place at which I should stand in order to assert such a fact, and that is not on the side of the defense. Surely you can't mean... I anticipate seeing you again soon, Mr. Storyteller. Layton, are you suggesting that you're going to stand on the side of the Inquisition? Are we finally going to be able to see Professor Layton versus Phoenix Wright? Well, I can't wait to see that, guys. But for the time being, perfect place to stop the episode, of course. And I guess this is the end of Chapter 8, or going on to Chapter 9, or is it going to be another section of Chapter 8? I don't know. Regardless, wow, okay. Some mysteries we were trying to solve here, and I guess we're getting kind of close to the end. This is like kind of a home stretch, it seems like. Alrighty, guys. Well, I guess the next episode will be in court again. I guess this time will actually be Layton versus Wright, and we'll see how that unfolds. So, as usual, thank you all for watching, and I'll see you guys next time for Let's Play Professor Layton versus Phoenix Wright, Ace Attorney. I'll see you guys later.